What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Premier Podcast. It's episode 6? Something. Yeah, I think it's 6. Anyways, I'm J-Mac here with Wick.
What's up?
And Tuna.
What's poppin'?
And, again, we keep just messing with the appetizers.
Mm-hmm.
Last week we did, have to... He put like a fake one in there and we had to guess, and if you get it wrong, our name goes in the ass hat, and if we get it right, his name goes in the ass hat. I got it wrong, Tuna got it right, so me and Wick both went in the ass hat. So there's...
And then Tuna over here got his name put in there because he said a word that he shouldn't have said. So I agreed to put my name in there. So right now we have all 3 of our names are in there, and once we get up to 5 names, that's whenever we're gonna draw. So today could be the day we draw for our ass hat. In our ass hat,
punishments.
Number uno is a shot of jalapeno juice.
Sweet.
Number 2 is man pong.
Also
3, jump and pull. 4, grow mutton chops. And then 5 is hold a sign and get embarrassed on Main Street in Claremore.
We need a name for that.
The last 2 are definitely the more interesting ones.
Yes.
For sure.
We are going to try to get those out of the way today, and hopefully it's not me.
One of those.
Okay, so how it's going to work today is Wick's going to do the appetizers, and at the end of it, he's got a riddle, and me and Tuna have to try and solve it.
I think that's gonna be better than the news thing, because that's hard as shit to make up fake news.
Yeah. But if we get it, if me and Tuna both get it right, or actually if either one of us gets it right,
Wick's name goes in there. But if we both get it right, it still only goes in there once, because that's unfair. We can work together on the riddle too. We decided that we could work together, and we both put in the same answer, or maybe different answers.
If we choose to do the same answer,
yeah.
That way we don't have to we're not making one of us be like, oh, you have to put your answer in first or whatever.
Yeah. Like last week.
So if we end up both getting it wrong, we could draw tonight. But if we get it right, then only Wicks goes in, and we wait till next week for the ass hat.
Inevitable ass hat.
Yep, it's coming, guys. For sure next week.
Yeah.
Or not even next week, actually this Saturday.
And then what we're going to do with that is record it and put it on our Instagram.
Twitter.
And we'll probably put it on the YouTube
Instagram
as well.
Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what we'll... Oh, shit. We're going to need how are we going to record that whole thing?
We'll
probably have to
do
just do clips of it. Not do the full hour of it, but do clips. We'll probably we can Instagram live it.
Yeah, if we get the sign. That's the only one that we would have to be worried about. Anything else would be easy.
Everything else would be shorter and easier.
Yeah.
But so be looking out for that. Anyways, so topics today. Wick, are you just doing personal questions to get to know us better?
Just some Q's and A's.
Q&As with the cast, and then I will be talking about. I'm not doing esports this week because nothing has happened since Saturday, because everything happens on the weekends for esports. So I'm just going to talk about kind of some different video games coming out, and some upcoming stuff for video games. Tuna is talking just NBA today.
Yeah.
NBA is primary topic, and I'll be starting us off, and then we'll go to Tuna, and then Wick. But for now, Wick with the appetizers and the riddle. Let's go, dude.
All right, so number 1 for the appetizers is heat wave in Europe has caused Sweden's tallest peak to shrink by 13 feet a month.
What? That's insane.
13 feet a month. Yeah, it's gnarly. Because its highest peak was obviously a mountain with an ice cap or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 13 feet a month.
That's a lot.
And I think I saw this 2 months ago. So
it could be 26 feet.
We're pushing 35 feet right now.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of feet.
Is that causing is the peak near any towns or anything? Do you know if it's the runoff is causing any problems or anything?
I don't think.
Because that's a lot of runoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's just going into the rivers.
That's crazy.
That's around it.
That's a lot of.
My second one is the Indonesian earthquake. I think I talked about it a couple podcasts ago. I think I remember talking about it.
Maybe, I don't know.
And the death toll's up to around 347 right now.
Dang, that's huge.
Yeah, it was a 6 point.
Okay,
something.
I was about to ask you. You said 6 point something. Dang.
I guess I hit in the epicenter was in a big heavy populated town. I guess there's buildings is what is what's getting everybody.
Just structural damage. So it's just like the initial damage, like the initial death toll wasn't bad, but
it was like a couple dozen.
But like as the structures are kind of like we're weakened and buildings are starting to collapse, there's been that's a huge rise from the structural collapses. That's crazy.
China announced a 25% tariff increase on the U.S. after,
of course,
Trump introduced his tariff.
Makes
so
sense.
That's going to add up to about $16 billion. I don't know how this whole tariff thing is going to add up. I think it's going to be. I honestly think it's just going to be a wash at the end of the day. Both sides are going to go, okay, obviously we need both parts to cooperate, so let's just kind of act like this didn't happen. That's what my take's going to be on it. I don't know too much about tariffs and politics, about shipping things, but that's just my educated guess on it. A compound in New Mexico, in North Mexico, was the head dude in charge of this compound. It was like a little makeshift little dude that had a house, fenced it, whatever, had a compound, and was training children in assault weapons, like
seriously,
with like ARs and stuff.
Oh,
and
I think that's something I saw on like my like little newsfeed. Supposed for like school shootings or whatever.
He was teaching one kid like best case scenarios for like school shootings and how to properly
execute it.
Execute one.
What?
Yeah,
that's insane. That's what's wrong with the world today, guys.
Yeah. And you're laughing at it. That's cool.
You're laughing too.
I'm laughing because he's laughing. You're kind of fucked up. I can say that word, yeah. All right, it's question. It's riddle time. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yep, I guess.
All right, the question is, what goes up and down, but always remains in the same place?
What?
That's the riddle.
What goes up and down, but always stays in the same place?
Yep.
The sun.
There needs to be a time limit.
Oh,
yeah. It's the sun.
The sun.
Because it rises the cells and the rest, but it's always in the same place. We're revolving around it. My answer is the sun.
My answer is also the sun.
That's a really, really good answer. Stairs.
Shit.
Is the answer.
No, not today.
What?
Boys. Not today.
Sun doesn't stay because it's technically always pulled by something else.
Oh, that actually does make sense.
That's
Damn.
stupid.
Stairs make sense though. We answered that really freaking quick.
Oh, we didn't think about it.
Bro, that's alright because we could have been there forever with that.
Okay.
And at least it wasn't like a completely stupid answer. It was actually like rather logical.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking because I thought it was too easy, but it's because I knew the answer.
Yeah. So we're gonna do this ASAP thing at the end of the podcast, the very end, after we get done and get to know you.
I like it.
Yeah, and then we'll do the outro, and then we will figure out.
Do we want to do
on.
How long does the live go? An hour?
An hour, yeah.
So we should have time to do that just at the end of it.
Stay in touch with our Twitter and keep eyes on that because that's where we're gonna do our updates for this ASAP punishment.
Yep. But right now we have mine and J-Mac's name in there twice, and then Wick's name in there once. So me and J-Mac have the best odds of getting one of these crazy punishments.
May the odds be ever in our favor.
Yes, please.
Oh, goodness.
Alright, that wraps up my shit.
Alright, so it's me.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Video games, because esports, nothing really relevant happened. Actually, I will touch on Fortnite because the Summer Scrimmage is happening again this weekend.
New shotgun.
Yes, they did the new shotgun. I haven't gotten to use it yet.
It's not that great.
Listen.
You have to be
right up on them.
Right here.
Yeah,
like you got to be right here.
You have to be touching him.
Like your barrel has to be touching him.
You said right here, and you're on a podcast.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean,
okay. So he did the example on the table, but like right, you have to be like this.
Yeah, you got to be like a few centimeters away.
My very first game on the update, I just got home from work. I was like, I'm just gonna play a game. Let's see what happens. Very first chest, I get the gold one. I'm like, dope. That's sick. Go find somebody. Hit him for 40. He hits me 3 MFing times before I'm able to shoot again. And then I die. I'm like, okay, whatever. I look at the damage taken mark. It says 90. I took 90 damage and died.
He was not very happy about that. Later that night, he was mad.
How did I die to 90 damage? Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, this weekend it's going to be, they're changing the setup again, obviously. I don't know the actual rule set, but I do know it's going to be duos again. which, from what I understand, has been everyone's favorite way to do.
Yeah, I saw
competitive Fortnite
people
so far.
screaming for that today.
Yes,
and it was insane. It's the first time I've seen them actually do duos. I saw them do squads a couple months ago, but I saw them do duos, and it was insane. There was 18 people in the last. Whenever the circle started like moving around places, you know,
it gets crazy, dude.
Yeah, there were just people building, and like it was all metal because nobody had.
The thing is, like they played pretty safe, but at the same time, like
you gotta take risks.
It's really fun to watch them, even though they're playing safe, because their building and their strategies and stuff is insane. And they're not like just playing safe, like. They're waiting for peaks and like little picks.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
smart.
Like that.
They're playing super smart.
It's so much fun to watch. Though, like the in circle is by far the best part of the game.
Oh yeah,
by far.
There's
so many people that are so small.
So that means you and your other guy are going up against 16 other people, and you know where they all are, but you don't know where they are at the same time, just because of all the builds and stuff.
It's so fun to watch.
Even if
you're
at the top.
Don't have mats though at the end, and they're like hiding under everyone else's shit. It's so fun to see because you know how scared they are right now playing. They're playing like little bitches, dude. It's so fun to watch though.
It happens.
What was I gonna say? All right, that's pretty much all.
And the quick edits are insane,
dude.
Like window
PC
and then shootout,
ridiculous.
and then close it, like shoot one shot, close it.
Like the time they get their full edit, shoot, and close is how long it takes us to just edit.
Just like hold the button down.
Yeah, to hold the button down in order to be able to edit. But anyways, I was gonna talk about Pokemon. That's the main topic I want to talk about.
I think I know about Pokemon.
Tune in and know much about Pokemon. But me and Wake have been.
That was not very good, but we'll just act like nothing.
You know when you try to quietly get a piece of paper out in class, and it's really loud. Actually, that's what just happened with Wake, and that's why he yelled.
They didn't even know it happened.
But anyways,
I need a pen.
Anyways,
I threw them all away.
Pokemon. Me and Wake will probably be able to talk a little bit more about this. We've been Pokemon fans forever. The new Pokemon game coming out for the Switch. It's coming out in November.
It's only gonna be on the Switch.
Yes.
Yep.
That's weird.
Lame.
But
stupid.
It's a really cool concept. So it's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. The only difference is like the Pokemon follows you around like Pokemon Yellow back on the Game Boy Color.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you'll either have obviously Pikachu or Eevee, but apparently there's a difference in like 3 different Pokemon.
Yes. In
one version you can get these 3 and you won't in the other, and then you'll get these 3 in this one and not the other. I don't remember what they were.
Like version exclusives is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, but they're actually like really common Pokemon, which is kind of weird for me. But so where's it at?
Today. Anyways, dude, I've been playing this randomizer. on my computer. It's so fun.
The Nuzlocke?
The Nuzlocke, yeah.
I have no idea what that is, but it
sweet.
sounds pretty dope.
If
I heard you talking about it.
If one of your dudes faints, it's out. You have to put it in the PC up and forever away. You can't use it again.
What?
You can't heal it.
Are you serious?
So they have to stay alive.
That sounds really freaking crazy.
You don't care. It's cool though.
I don't care. You're right. But I'm just. I mean, I don't know what's going on. And that's a problem. I mean, I understand. Like once it dies, it's gone.
And the first route you get to, you get one. The first one you see is the only thing you can catch.
What is a route?
Don't.
I'm just asking for.
It's like people. Different plots of land where that has different.
Yeah.
Types.
So like
each route will have like 3 or 4 different Pokemon that you can catch.
Okay.
But it's randomized, so you see the very first one's gonna be random, and that's the only one you can catch that first try. If you don't catch it, you don't get it. Like you can't catch anything there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can't catch anything there.
That sounds super difficult. Even though I've only played like 1 Pokemon.
Like I'm over halfway through the game, and I have like 7 in all.
Okay. I don't even know what's going on.
Actually, because he started doing that, I got an emulator on my phone. I've been playing Ash Gray. It's like kind of like a family game, and it follows like true to the anime series, the original.
I never watched the anime series.
I didn't either.
You didn't watch just Pokemon, like just the original Pokemon series.
Yeah, I never watched.
You never watched Pokemon?
No, I just know the song.
Okay, yeah, everyone knows the song. But okay, so pretty much like you like meet Misty on the road and you steal her bike, and then she like follows you, and then you like destroy your bike, and then you kind of like you go and you battle Brock, and then once you beat him or whatever, like you set up the sprinklers, and like it follows so true to it. Like you stop Team Rocket and all their like
Yeah.
stuff. It's actually really cool, and I was really impressed with it. But it's actually super difficult. It's one of the most difficult games I've like ever played. Because at one point in the story, like when you watch the anime, Ash finds this dude that's just like training the shit out of a Sandshrew. It's like super strong for whatever. You run into it in the game when your Pokemon. I grinded to get my Pokemon to this level at this point.
Yeah.
Like it took me like an hour of walking around in grass to get my Pokemon to this level. My Pokemon like level 14. I have 3.
Yeah.
And I go to fight this dude, and his Sandshrew is level 28.
Good lord.
Are you serious?
Holy shit! That about it. I won on my second try. It was freaking difficult. Oh my goodness! Like, and I kind of was like, I think this is like, I think it's this point in the show, and so like I played it, I was like, oh my god, it is, and it was, it was so much fun. So like, I've been having a lot of fun playing that. But anyways, back to the new game. I found the exclusives for each one. So Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu will feature Oddish, Sandshrew, and Growlithe. And then Pokemon Let's Go Eevee will have Bellsprout, Vulpix, and Meowth. Those to me seem like really odd Pokemon to have as exclusives.
Not because Leaf Green and Fire Red did that.
They did that?
They're just like Gen 1 exclusives.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any words of like legendaries or anything yet. But the cool thing about this game is it's going to be linked with Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Which I think, okay, so we obviously started the podcast late for the Pokemon Go hype. But Pokemon Go was extremely big and important to the Pokemon franchise because it introduced so many people to Pokemon. Like people that didn't know what Pokemon was or never played it, played Pokemon Go. Like everybody played Pokemon Go. And so it introduced a ton of people to the world of Pokemon, which is fantastic because I love Pokemon. Wick loves Pokemon. And so it's awesome for us to like, see everyone else getting into something that we love. And the fact that it's combining a console game with a mobile game to where you can like Pokemon you catch in Pokemon Go, you can transfer over to your Switch game. But I do believe that you'll lose that in Pokemon Go forever. You'll get candies for it, but you'll get to use it in your game.
So you like level it up on Pokemon Go or whatever.
Yeah, you can use candies to like. I don't know how the leveling will transfer based on like the combat power or whatever, the CP. I don't know how that'll work yet, but you will be able to transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go to the Switch game.
That's pretty cool.
Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee.
That's good.
And you
have to get people outside. I think that's the one thing that Pokemon Go did really good is it was getting people outside.
If you didn't live in a suburb.
True. We had to drive around. Yep. I remember going to the lake and doing all that crazy stuff, sitting out there for 4 hours at a night just to get
me and
what are those things?
Random
stops or whatever.
The Pokemon stops. Yeah. Me and my friend CJ used to go to RSU. Roger State. We're all going to go to college there.
Yeah.
We went up there and at night get up there like 12 at night or whatever, and just walk around or like ride skateboards or longboards around campus because there's Pokestops on campus, and then there's exclusive Pokemon stuff. Yeah. So when it first came out, we'd go out there for several hours just walking around and stuff. So much fun.
You did that at OSU. You walk to class and do it.
I'd act like I wasn't playing it though.
Yeah.
Like I put it in my pocket and then, I got a text. Let me check my phone.
And he knew where every one of them was.
Yeah. Well, I got a text at this corner. I'll get a text in like a couple seconds right here. Ring! To get my stop.
But anyone that knows anything about like the Switch is like most games require both Joy-Cons and all that. Joy-Cons the controller, and it's like 2 parts of it. So it only takes 1, but they actually are gonna have like a Pokeball Joy-Con, and it's just like the button is like the little analog. And you'll be able to use that for the game, and apparently you can take it with you, and like whatever like your Pokemon, like your Eevee or your Pikachu, will like be like in the ball, and so you can like interact with it outside of the game.
Oh, that's cool.
And apparently you get in-game rewards for doing that.
That's crazy.
You can like there's ways to like interact and play with it and stuff.
Okay, I have a question. If Pokemon were real amongst us right now, which one would you pick to have with you?
Lucario, 100%.
That is dangerous. It has needles on his palms. It's killing everybody.
Lucario is loyal. Like it's known to be loyal.
Yeah.
And like it's got like the sense of like like a master, but it's not like a servanthood. It's just like it's like respect and it's loyal to you. So it'll listen.
I feel like when I talk much, it's kind of like a brick wall. Personality.
I mean, it doesn't talk a whole lot, but like from like the shows and like the movies and stuff is, it's almost like a telepathic talking. It'll communicate with like a certain person and stuff.
What would you pick?
Pretty cool.
Tuna, since you know so many of them.
What's the little cute looking dog thing?
Oh, Eevee?
The cute one?
The brown one?
Yeah, I go
Eevee.
with that just to fucking pet it
That's
and shit.
stupid.
Oh,
Absol.
I don't know.
Absol's sick.
Because it's like a
Absol.
dog. It's
so
like a
dope.
big dog.
But it's got like a unicorn dog almost.
And
But it's a
actually-
badass.
and-
Oh, I know what that one is.
It acts like a
That's
cat.
funny.
Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't need you.
Fuck you, dude.
It's got like the dark like moon shaped like thing. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Also, through this, there's a chance of being able to trade among like Pokemon Go, and like from that to switch to another person's Pokemon Go.
God.
So you can like
That's gonna be so much work. I feel like though.
No, like people that have wanted to like on Pokemon Go want to be able to like trade with someone. You could do that now.
But you have to go through this. It's like a middleman.
Something like that.
Like, hey, let's go here and then get your Switch.
And
boom. And
It's
then,
the first Pokemon game with like true multiplayer where you can play together on the same screen and go through the story together.
wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which is pretty cool.
That's pretty dope. And
So
a
I'm
bunch of
excited
crazy
about
stuff.
Any other games coming out?
Red Dead Redemption 2. It's been far too long. You probably never played it.
I haven't played the
But-
first one.
It's a really popular game made by Rockstar, people that make GTA. Super popular. Super excited for that to come out. Also, a PlayStation exclusive, the new Spider-Man is coming out, which is supposed to be
I've
really good.
Seen
It's
people
supposed to
play
be
it. It's
really
insane.
good. Supposedly, like the way I've heard it compared to is like the Arkham series for Batman,
Yeah.
which is really, really popular. But it's like a Spider-Man version, so I'm really excited about it. Spider-Man's one of my favorite.
It's like so
Superheroes.
realistic the way that they have his movement because I played the the first like the PlayStation.
Yeah, I played like the old school
Spider-Man.
like Xbox, like the original Xbox one.
Yes,
Dude.
it was like so
not
bad.
Xbox
but, I mean,
One, but the game for the original Xbox, like the
Yeah.
old school Xbox, wired controllers and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I'm excited for those games. There's more coming out, but those are kind of like the big ones, and obviously Black Ops 4 is coming out. But I'm excited because for a change of pace. Like I love like Fortnite's fun, but I've been playing the game for like that game and only that game for a long freaking time.
Yeah,
now.
just
Like
need something different.
almost a year. I've been playing that game pretty much exclusively.
Yeah, I think we all have really.
I mean, we took a little break. We played Paladins for a little bit.
Yeah, like
that
a
game was
week or
fun.
two.
I played that again
Yeah.
like this weekend. Like CJ wanted to play it. Played the heck out of it. It was
It's
a lot of fun.
fun.
There's a new champion. Really freaking good. Overpowered.
Anyways,
Anyways,
it's like Overwatch for people that don't want to buy Overwatch.
Yeah.
yeah, it's free and
Yeah.
it's got the same basic playstyle. You capture an objective point and then escort a payload.
the
It's a
same
little
thing,
bit different
same thing, but
round
more
based
like
setup.
cartoony, like a lot more
Yeah,
cartoony.
I think it's made by High Res, and I think it's the same one that did Realm Royale,
yes.
which is the other big battle royale.
Yep.
And you can tell like when I open Paladins again, me and CJ were both like, yo, that's straight Realm.
Yeah,
Like, the
it's-
graphics
Mhm.
like looking like a lot of like the weapons you see in Paladins are like the same ones you see in Realm.
Yep.
Like they
It-
look
yeah.
the same. Like certain characters' weapons are literally in Realm.
Yep.
But I think that's pretty much it for video games so far. So
Now we're over
Tuna,
to sports.
what do we got with IRL
NBA.
sports?
Well, we got Melo has verbally agreed to go to the Houston Rockets, which is obviously, if you follow basketball at all and heard anything, this was a given after he got traded from the Thunder, but he got his expected contract is 1 year, $2.4 million, and he would, if he would have stayed at the Thunder, he would have got $28 million this year. So he took a pay cut for not playing very good.
Almost a $26 million pay cut because he wants to start and refuses to come off the bench.
True, and he's going to do the same thing at the Rockets.
Yes, he's gonna
It's
start.
a given. He's probably. I mean, I think he's going to be a good fit there, just because he scored for the Thunder. He scored 16.2 points per game at 34 years old, which is pretty impressive.
But
And-
okay, so I don't like that number because I can't tell you how many fucking times he scored 2 or 4,
True.
and then Russ. I guess Russ would have a bad game, and then Paul George, and then him would go off for 30 each.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like that number. Anyways, continue.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is he's not consistent.
Not at
No,
all.
he's never been a consistent player though. He's got to find his new role in not being an isolation player and being more of a spot up and like attack
Get
their
open.
get open. And he's just not good at that. He likes to be in the high post, getting the ball, posting up on people, doing that kind of stuff. But he's not. He's 34. and he's been playing for almost 14 years, I think. I think he came in whenever he was 20, 21. And I mean, he's a great scorer, and he's going to be a good fit there just because if he takes that role, that spot up shooter role, he's going to be better than, I think, Trevor Ariza and all those people that they're going to have, because you're going to have Chris Paul. He's going to have, Harden's going to have the best defender on him. Yeah. Chris Paul's going to have the best defender on him. You got to put somebody decent on Capella because they're just going to run pick and roll. Yeah. That puts 3, maybe 4 best defensive player on the team.
That's probably going to put a small forward on him. And then he can work a small forward.
Yeah, he's 6'9", probably like 240 right now, 250. But it would just be good because James Harden and them run the pick and roll, and CP3 and him are so good at passing, they're going to be able to find that open man on that second pass. Even if Capella gets better at looking to the backside, because he's already good at that, so he can get it in the middle. They collapse on him, and then he can just kick it out, and he has wide open shots. And if you can't hit wide open shots, even though you were playing bad last year, there's something wrong. Yeah. There is something wrong.
I mean, I feel like watching him, I don't think he was one that ever get open. But if he learns how to get open, he can get 20 points a game.
That's the thing. That's what I think is going to be good for him, because he doesn't have to get open with having James Harden and CP3. Because he's not that type of player. He's never been that type of player. He's been that type of player that's like kind of get open, but he likes to take contested shots. It's like J.R. Smith. Like, he likes to take contested shots and get that like highlight play or whatever. And I mean, he was good at it, and he's got a quick release. J.R. Smith.
No, Melo.
I was like, J.R. Smith's worse than him. But, sure. I mean, he is 19th in scoring all time with 25,417 points. So that's got to say, that's impressive at only 34 years old. That's pretty impressive.
And for, like, a lot of players that have scored that many were, top of the top, and they probably came in at younger ages than him.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and so, like, they were in the league longer.
True. Yeah. And I mean, I think he's probably going to push at the end of his career, I bet he pushes probably 15th, 14th all-time scoring, which is going to be pretty impressive because he's still got years. If he proves that he can shoot this year, he's got at least 4 or 5 more years left in him. He's going to be, he could just be a great spot-up shooter. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. He just become like, was it like Ray Allen or whatever for like the Celtics?
He's not going to be that good. But yeah.
No, but like he's essentially become that player though.
That would be
like not necessarily that caliber, because
but also
he's transitioning to that role.
Also,
that's the role he needs to play.
Ray Allen pulled so much of the defense towards him, just because he was a great shooter.
Yeah,
and also he's like that Klay Thompson type player where he comes off screens. He can get he can get open off screens and stuff like that. Melo is not that type of player. He's that type of player. He'll run off a screen, but he's not like sprinting through the 3-point line.
He's going to come up and try to screen it, and he's like, no, go away.
Yeah, I got this. Go away, post up, ISO, whatever. He's going to do his little drop step, stupid stuff, try to get a foul, and then miss the free throws because he's trash at free throws. But they announced a Christmas Day schedule. They announced the opening day schedule, national TV schedule for the first couple days, and then they announced Christmas Day and also Martin Luther King Day. But the big ones we want to talk about is the Christmas Day ones, because that's the one that literally almost everybody's going to be watching, because it's the only thing on Christmas Day besides like parades. So you got the Bucks versus the Knicks, Thunders versus Rockets, 76ers versus Celtics, Lakers, Warriors, Blazers, Jazz. And the best game, obviously, they matched up LeBron with the Warriors, which is probably going to be one of the better games. It's either that or Thunder Rockets.
I think Sixers and Celtics will be a good game.
I was going to say that's
there's the Blazers Jazz isn't going to be a good game. I don't think Bucks Knicks is not going to be a good game. They just put the Knicks in there just because they're New York.
Yeah.
Every year. And then like Thunder Rockets, great matchup. 76ers Celtics, great matchup. Lakers Warriors is a great matchup.
76ers Celtics, is that best in the East probably?
Yep. 2 best in the East. Well, top 3 in the East. 76ers maybe 3 behind the Bucks. The Bucks and the Jazz have probably the Bucks have the easiest game, obviously, because the Knicks are not very good, and they got Kevin Knox in the draft, which isn't bad. He's going to be a good player, but not right now.
He's still a rookie.
Exactly.
Against Giannis.
And the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, but he also has to go up against CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard, which is a crazy duo.
I bet the Jazz win.
Yeah, I bet they win just because of their defense and how sound they are and taking good shots and all that stuff.
They're solid.
But Thunder Rockets, I'm going to pick the Thunder there just because of how they're going to play Christmas Day. Russ always seems to bring it.
It's a Christmas miracle.
And then 76ers.
Getting all sappy.
76ers Celtics. I'm going to pick the Celtics on that. I want to pick the 76ers just because I love Ben Simmons so much. But, I mean, you got to go realistic here. If everybody's healthy, Celtics are definitely going to win. You guys have any input on that one?
I don't know hardly anybody on the 76ers, so...
You got Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid.
Okay.
Joel Embiid's probably the best center in the East.
I know Embiid. I know the name Simmons, but I don't know
He
anything.
was
And then you got Irving, Kyrie Irving. Yeah. You got Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford.
Is Smart still at the Celtics?
Yep. He's not like their...
He's not like a main player. He's a solid, like, he puts up consistent numbers as like a role player.
Yes. He's very good. And he's freaking up in people's faces, too, if he wants to be. Just crazy. He's like
He's just high intensity.
Yes, high intensity. Yeah. That's how he was at Oklahoma State.
He's like a Draymond that's good at basketball.
I don't know about that. And then Lakers Warriors, obviously going to pick the Warriors just because they got 5 All-Stars on the team. And what's his face should be? Cousins, Boogie, should be healthy then. Even if he's not playing that much, he's still going to be a role. Like, you got to put pressure on him somehow. I think the Warriors are going to win that one too.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay. And then the next thing is, Paul Holland had a question last podcast that we didn't get to, and it was, do you think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs? And I think they are, just because there's 8 spots to get in the West. Yeah. So you got the Warriors, Rockets, Thunder, Jazz. You got those 4 automatically are definitely going to be in there.
Yeah.
And then you got the Blazers, Lakers. If they add some more pieces, they're going to be good. And anybody with LeBron on their team is going to make it to the playoffs. If LeBron doesn't make it to the playoffs, it's not his fault.
So he's made it through the first round of playoffs every single year of his career. Does he do it again?
Shoot, that's kind of hard because I think if they get
it'll be
Jazz,
a low seed.
If they get a low seed, I think their best bet is to try. Like, I mean, obviously they want to try to get the best, but they don't have. I don't think they are good enough to get the best right now. I think their best option is to try to get like the Jazz or even the Thunder in there because they match up good against them.
So they need to shoot for that. Like 8
5,
or 7 seed.
5.
They need to shoot for 8 or.
If they shoot 8,
5,
they're gonna play the Warriors or the Rockets.
Sorry. So they're gonna have to go
5, 6.
They can't do that though.
5 or 6. They're gonna try to get 5 or 6.
That team can't go the same record the Thunder did this year.
I bet they can.
Not in the West.
I bet they can.
I bet they can.
There's some bad teams in the West.
Yeah, okay.
There's a bunch of bad teams, but they definitely do make the playoffs. There's no way LeBron's not making the playoffs. There's no way.
The question is if they make it out of the first round or not.
Yeah,
depends on who they draw.
Yeah, depends on who they draw. They get the Jazz. I'm obviously going with LeBron. I'm only not going with LeBron if they play like a team, like a full team that is definitely better than them. Because I mean, last year he didn't have. I mean, he has more than he did last year, but he was also in the East.
Yeah,
which was weak. East has been weak for a while. So, but
and that's that's another one of the things that you don't like. I don't think a lot of people have really considered in LeBron's career. He's been in the East his entire career.
That's why I thought it was so weird whenever he went to the West. I thought that he was going to stay in the East because he's always been in the East. I think he's had so much success in the East because it's been weak.
Maybe he wants to prove himself in a tough conference.
I think that's what it is.
Because
and I think
being in the East whole time, obviously he's gonna be regarded as one of the greatest players in all of the
probably the best player.
Maybe he wants to go to LA and not give a fuck about what other people think.
Well, I mean that's also an option, but I think that they had a plan. Because he wouldn't just go to a team just because he wanted to go to a team. He wants to put himself in a winning position. So I think they were like, hey, we're not going to be good. We're not going to be as great as we want to be this year, but wait till next year whenever all these other free agents start freeing up and we are saving money. You can tell they're saving money. Mm-hmm. Like by getting these lower tier free agents and everything like that. Saving money they gave away to Cleveland and everything. They gave all their top paid players. They gave away Julius Randle, who's top paid. They're getting rid of Brook Lopez. He's getting paid like $25 million or something like that. So they're just getting all these pieces, and then they're gonna next free agency. I think they're gonna put it all together, and things are gonna switch around because I don't think the Warriors are gonna be around.
So you think they're playing long game?
Not long game, more like it's like short/long game. It's like 1 year.
Medium.
Yeah, it's it's gonna be I think next year is whenever they're gonna be pushing for all these insane free agencies because really all you had this year was Boogie, Kawhi. I mean they weren't even in free agency. DeAndre Jordan. And stuff like that. And I mean, you're going to have to pay $30 million a year for most of them. Even if DeMarcus Cousins would have went there, he would have been wanting to get paid at least $25 million, and he took a $5 million deal. So, but everybody's talking about Lance Stevenson. You know how they did Hoodie Mello last year, where he was like going off and his workouts and everything like that. Now it's Durag Stevenson.
Is it?
It is. I'll give it to him. He's good.
Yeah.
But his last year's stats.
Read them.
9.2 points per.
Wow.
5.2 boards, 2.9 assists as a shooting guard, backup shooting guard.
And for the Pacers.
For the Pacers.
Why was he not starting?
Because I'm telling you, he's not going to start.
No, but what?
He's just that.
Who started over him?
I don't remember.
He had Oladipo and who else in front of him?
It's probably Oladipo. Yeah, it was definitely Oladipo. I can't remember the point guard.
That was the only one starting over?
Well, they play the same position. Shoot, who was the point guard? Was it
Derek
Collison?
Usually,
yeah,
usually,
Collison. Yeah, that's why.
Usually you can interchange one or two positions.
Yeah, but I mean, you want to keep them at their true position, whatever they're most comfortable.
He's a point guard.
Who?
Lance Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson. He's a shooting guard.
Is he?
He's 6'8".
But he. Yeah, with 9.2, he ain't shooting a whole lot.
Oh no, he's passing. I'm surprised. You see all this fancy passes and crap, but he only had 3 assists a game. I thought he'd have. I never knew his stats until just now, like about 30 minutes before this. I thought it would be more than that. I thought it'd be at least like 5 or 6. Because you see all those stupid like behind the back passes freaking out stuff like that, and then he gets 2.9.
Well, he's freaking out because he gets 3 a game.
True.
They're rare.
One of them, 33% of them are going to be cool as shit. But yeah, so everybody's hyping him up, and he was in a pickup game, just like Hoodie Mello last year. It literally looks like the same kind of court. Like, it's got the white wall and everything like that.
It looks like a middle school backup gym.
No, it's super nice, but it's like, why? Like, it's a pickup game.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody here has played a pickup game.
Mm-hmm.
Pickup games, you do not care.
No.
What happens? I'm just going to shoot it. There's a guy on my face, I'm going to shoot it. Obviously, you're going to get some highlights out of that from a guy that's playing in the NBA. That is good. I mean, you're going to get some highlights. He's also 90% of his shots were wide open.
Yeah.
That I saw on this video that I saw. And he made like one okay pass between his legs, and that was the only pass play they showed. So, I mean, I just think they're hyping him up way too much, just like they did Hoodie Mello.
Yeah.
But I think Hoodie Mello is going to do a little bit better than him. But that's pretty much it for the NBA right now. Sweet. And I don't have any other sports because I didn't want to look up any other sports.
all the sports.
And we don't know anything about.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we didn't want to talk about. They know basketball and a little bit of. We know basketball and a little bit of soccer. I'm trying to get, because I used to keep up with everything, but I don't anymore because I don't have the same amount of time. So I'm going to try to keep up with everything, and that's why we are just talking about the NBA this podcast.
I see you have the rookie of the year. You don't have to go through all of it, but who's getting rookie of the year next year?
Luka Doncic.
For sure. So?
For sure. Because he's playing on the Mavericks. It's it's between him and DeAndre Ayton. For sure. The guy out of Arizona playing for the Suns.
Yeah.
Just because he's just big. He's 7 foot 261.
Do the Suns do anything with him and Booker on the team? Do they do anything?
It's going to be a pick and roll. I feel like
it's
just going to be a pick and roll.
Do they have any success? Are they going to make the playoffs?
I doubt it. I think they're obviously going to have to get more pieces because like literally all they have is Booker and him. That's it. And I mean, you don't even know if DeAndre Ayton's going to be good. He could be trash. He could be a bust. I mean, we've seen that happen many times. Marcus Camby, who was the kid before Marcus Camby? Shoot, what was his name? I don't remember his name, but he was a bust. There's a bunch of centers that have been like coming out of high school and stuff like that, and then they're just bust the first year they come in because they're not built. But I mean, he is a built dude, 7 foot 261. He's freaking jacked. But my top guess would be Luka Doncic. I would love to see Trae Young, but it's probably not gonna happen just because he is not gonna be that good. I don't think it's gonna take a couple of years because most shooters give them a couple of years and they'll be getting the flow, getting the offense, and everything like that.
Look at who they compare him to. Steph Curry. He wasn't good until his 4th, 5th season.
Exactly. He was definitely
He's still
way better than Trae Young going out of. I mean, Trae Young's definitely better coming into the NBA than Steph
because he got some exposure.
Yeah. Well, some exposure. I mean, he was the leading scorer in NCAA. I mean, that's not just exposure, but. Yeah, so that's pretty... Luka Doncic is going to win.
Gotcha.
Playing for the Mavericks. He's a 6'8", 228 shooting guard.
Gotcha.
And he's been playing professionally since he was like 16, 17 years old overseas. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a
and his team, he's been playing for Real Madrid, so he's been in some clutch games, and he's clutched up a lot. So I think he's probably going to be number one option for winning Rookie of the Year this year.
All right. Well, we're kind of running up on the 40-minute mark.
I know.
All right, so...
it'll be a little longer podcast That's fine.
Yeah.
Q&A?
Wick has got some like just Q&A just to get to know us a little better. I think we did this like the first or second episode. Yeah. So it's just gonna be kind of like some personal questions, getting our minds a little bit.
Yeah. Let's you know how we think. All right. So here's my first one. I'm gonna go Tuna and then J-Mac and then J-Mac to Tuna and then alternate.
Oh, he's answering too though. Wick, you're answering.
Wick is answering too.
Damn.
You're answering whatever. Too, right?
We'll see how it goes. Okay. Favorite sports moment personally, like one that you endured.
Obviously, it's gonna be state champs senior year basketball.
Yep.
Even though I didn't play, but
you did.
It was fun.
Same. That's my answer too. We were on the same team.
Yeah. So that was just crazy. Obviously, anything like that. That was the best out of the 3 state championships.
Oh, and
because I was actually somewhat involved in the wins and everything like that.
And we beat the team that had beaten us the year before,
and they were athletic as shit, and we were not.
Yeah.
But yeah, we played a great team, Heritage Hall, and we just outplayed them, and it was just crazy dog pile, everything like that. Yeah,
that's how it
goes. Fun time.
My favorite personal is obviously state for soccer. They won basketball. I won soccer.
Same year.
Yeah, our school took what
4.
I think
so.
And then
is that counting band? Are you counting band in that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
4
jazz band.
4 state
jazz
championships.
Band won like 23 in a row or something.
4 state championships in 1 year for our school.
And a runner up.
A little bit about mine. Yeah, and runner up. But a little bit about mine. Soccer. We were down 2-0 within the first 15 minutes, I think. And it looked terrible. We scored one just before half, and then we had a really sick play, toward the end of the second.
I remember that.
Second half.
The header.
My co-captain Colson slide tackled a kid to get the ball down the line, and then when he gets up, the kid's next to him, shoves the kid's head back in the ground. Great highlight. And then takes it down and then crosses it over to me on the backside, and everyone collapses on me, and I headed across the goal to another our foreign exchange student senior Diego, who heads it in. Mm-hmm. One of the craziest plays our team has ever done. It was super hype, and I was that the first half or was that to tie or was that
was the tie in the second half?
That was to tie it up, and then we went to overtime.
I almost jumped out of the bleachers whenever this happened. Straight up. You know how we were at an MLS stadium or whatever, and it was straight up, and I jumped up and my foot got caught in the seat in front of me. I was so hyped. I've never been that hyped at a soccer game before, but I was trying to support him, and I almost broke my ankle.
We tied it up with a few minutes left, and we had heavy momentum at the whole second half.
Oh, yeah.
We controlled it, and then it goes to overtime, and we're pretty much controlling it. But there's only 30 seconds left. Mm-hmm. As the last play comes down, this was pretty much this. Us seniors didn't do much the whole game until the end.
Yeah,
and we came we clutched up. So I believe Leif gets the ball in the 10 spot, kind of attacking center mid, and passes to me on the wing. I'm running down the sideline, and he passes down to me. I beat one guy, and I put a cross in it. Not my best cross. It was not a very good cross. It bounces off one of the guy's shin guards out to Colson, and Colson rips it. The dude jumps at him, and it bounces off the guy's thigh, and it curves. This is the most incredible curve I've ever seen in my life. And you see the goalie dive, and it just goes right over his fingers, and the goalie gets up and is what the fuck just happened?
Because I don't think it was going to go in. From my angle, it didn't look like I was going to go in until it hit the kid. And he put this crazy spin on him.
He bent it, the way he sliced to bend it, but when it hit the kid's leg, it just spun it even faster.
Yeah, so it just
so it upper 90 almost on the backside. It was insane. And then
everybody went crazy whenever that happened.
Me, Leif, and Colson, we've been best friends since second grade. Just run up and just jump into give it to the big side. The next thing we know, we have 20 other people jumping on top of us, and I can't breathe. But that's by far my best moment.
Gotcha. Okay, next one.
Oh, and that was the first men's soccer state championship our school ever had. So it was a huge moment.
What's your biggest phobia? Shit that just you cannot handle.
I've no freaking idea.
I'll tell you mine. Paper cuts. I fucking cannot stand them. I will punch a bitch over a paper cut. And I'm not kidding.
It's hilarious. Just even telling him you got a paper cut, it's over.
Don't show me.
Yeah, you can't show him. You
No.
can't do anything.
Mm-mm.
It's hilarious whenever he gets one though, because he sits there and plays with it.
I have to, or it fucking bugs me.
It's hilarious. He's like, I hate it so much, and then you see him like opening it and shit. And you're like, what are you doing? My biggest phobia. I mean, I don't really know if it's a phobia, but like like whenever you turn out the lights in a room. And do you guys like sprint to the other room or something like that?
No.
Like I do that all the time because my houses are always janky and scary and it's creepy. The other night, my dog's barking. We keep her in a pen in the kitchen. Okay, it like opens up into the living room, so she's in the pen, perfectly fine. She starts barking at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let her out. Usually that's what she needs. So I turn on the kitchen light. I go to open the door. The light starts flickering, and then just out. I was like, whoa. And then she's still barking this whole time at something to the left. So I was just like, I ran it back into my room. I don't even care. I was a little bitch.
Okay.
I was so scared.
I mean, mine probably just. I mean, I guess you just say like the dark. Like the dark. I'm not like scared, but it creeps me out.
It's like weird. It's like
it creeps me out.
Whoa.
So like I'm.
You psych
I'm
yourself
I'm a
out.
lot
That's
like
what I do.
yeah. I'm a lot like Tuna. Like I'm not like scared of the dark, but like especially like now like up until like I'd say like a year or two ago, like I was like that probably, and then a little bit more like when I like if I like get up
kind of ready,
like you get up into like when you know where the light switch is, like you like before I wouldn't even like go to the bathroom. I turn the lights on in my room so I can see around, and then like I look out and I'd go like find the light, and you go where you know the light's on. You turn the light on before you enter the room.
Exactly.
And then you turn the light off behind you, and if like there's dark behind you, like I'm gone, dude.
There always has to be a light on until you get into your room.
I make it a game.
I'm not like that anymore. Like as bad, but yeah. I was so bad about it.
I make it. I have if I have shit in my arms, and I go into a room. I like turn the light off in the hallway, and I like feel my way to the room. Cause I guess I could walk around my house blindfold if I had to. So I don't touch anything, and then I reach for the.
That's a
like,
dangerous
boom,
game.
got it.
That's a dangerous
Break your
game.
TV. Punch the TV. Xbox gone.
That's a dangerous game, dude.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, next one. Let's see. Your favorite vacation spot you've ever been on? I'll go first. Destin, Florida. It was awesome. I caught a shark.
Do you do hang gliding and stuff like that?
Wait,
Not
what-
hang
what
gliding.
kind-
paragliding.
Yeah,
What
paragliding.
kind of shark did you catch?
A little baby one.
Do you know like tiger?
Yeah, it was a tiger shark. No,
Tiger
Jordan
shark.
or J
I
Mac. I
just
don't know.
reeled in a tiger shark. Oh my gosh. You catch like, what do you catch down there? It's like those little, it's not the nurse ones, but it's like, they're not like super aggressive.
Lemon,
No.
pepper.
Lemon pepper. The ones that stay on the bottom.
I don't know.
I didn't know if like
Yeah.
like usually like, I don't know like what kind of shark I eat.
Little big one. I was using a squid, like pieces of squid to fish with.
But you're just like pizza squid.
Pizza squid.
Yeah, I just wasn't
That's
sure. You
gross.
know, like sometimes you go on like there's like fishing trips or whatever out there. They'll like a pro or like a guide, and then so like they'll like know and they'll like
No,
they'll tell you.
it was with the. I was literally on the beach. And I just
really?
I just threw it out there.
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
I wasn't
oh,
like in a
okay.
boat.
Okay.
I did do that
Okay.
though. That was cool as shit.
I wish
Deep
I
sea
could do that. I
fishing?
want to do that.
Because you don't actually throw it out in the water. You let it
Drop it.
You drop it,
And then the boat like goes.
and like if you're not careful and you put your thumb down, it's gonna burn the fuck out of your thumb and like take the skin off because it's going so fast.
Yeah. And
Count to 45. I had to count to 45. And I had to let it touch the water, and it's going probably 10 feet a second. And he said, "Yeah, count to 45 seconds." I'm like, "Damn, how far am I going?" It's just a couple hundred feet.
Oh goodness.
Do you want to go, J-Mac?
Yeah. I went to Destin and I enjoyed it mainly because I stayed in the incredible beach house, like millions of dollars beach house. But probably actually like the most fun vacation I had was San Diego. I went to San Diego with my friends over spring break, and it was just really cool being like on the west. Like I'd never been to the West Coast,
I don't know. I wanna
and
go.
like the weather was incredible, and like I don't think I'd want to live there, just because it's so like
But you can find like a suburb like this there.
so.
I think.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
but it's also just
Yeah.
really freaking expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like
But you get paid more there.
like my
I mean,
my
but
not enough to make up a difference.
I
Like
know.
my house here is it's nice. It's probably a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
Out there, it'd be almost $2 million.
yeah, I know. Have you seen those ones like most expensive house in like Los Angeles or something like that? It's a BuzzFeed they do them, and it was like the most expensive one was like insane. but I can't remember how much it was. But it was like way too much money,
You
And
need to
then
get
they
the
found
ones-
like a common like my house,
Mhm.
and it was like exactly like Jordan said. It was like $2 million.
You need to look at the ones in Hawaii.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, they're nice.
To rent, they're like I'd probably say 4,000 or 5,000 a month, and they are literally like 600 or 700 square foot.
Yeah, New York.
Yeah.
They did the most expensive ones in New York, and it was like the most expensive one was like 100,000 a month or something like that.
Oh
but it
my
was
God.
like so nice.
Oh my
So
god,
nice.
that's crazy.
But my favorite vacation, were you done, J-Mac?
I mean, I just go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go.
Okay. Ireland, my favorite one. With my girlfriend. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Wish I could go back. Want to live there. Hope I get to go back soon. But
All right. Well, I want to do my second favorite real quick, just because I'm
Yeah.
wearing a shirt from there.
yeah,
It's called
It's a nice shirt.
dashiki, I believe. This is from
Take
Ghana.
a shitty, yeah.
Ghana, West Africa. I went on. It wasn't really a vacation. I went on a mission trip, but it was really cool. I got to go into a Muslim mosque that was being built,
Mhm.
and it was insanely massive. Like, it was the biggest one in West Africa, and
Okay.
it was in the process of being built. And we got like a little like tour of it and stuff, which is a big deal because
And that's where they turn towards Mecca. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Mecca.
I agree with that.
In the east, and so like that was incredible, and it was like a once in a lifetime experience because usually Christians aren't allowed in a Muslim mosque, but
It wasn't built yet,
they
so
didn't-
you're allowed to.
and I'm not entirely sure that they knew we were Christian. Like, I don't think they inquired.
They were just like, oh, these are just we're just some people coming over.
Just
Yeah,
some white
like-
people in Africa. They'll fit right in.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we were being like escorted around by people from Ghana. They're like taking us around, and they're the ones that did all the talking. We're like, hey, these guys are here from America. They wanted to see the mosque and stuff. It was incredible. We went up on like they have like a tower, like towers on the four corners of it,
Mhm.
and it's supposed to be like to like conquer your fear, and they're like almost like 100 feet up or something. And it gets like you're like going up a spiral staircase, and it like gets like lower. Like by the end of it, like I was almost having to like crouch to like
that's
go
how
up it.
that's
And
how it
then
was
you,
in
like,
Ireland.
You like go on that, like you get out on like the rim, and you're like looking down, but you can see everything. It was
That's how Ireland
it was
was.
so cool.
It's called the Blarney Castle, and you know how people were shorter back then? And they had like the spiral staircases. So I had a backpack on. I'm like 5'10". I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. I mean, I'm a little on the heavy side, but I mean, I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna fit. I literally was like this, like my shoulders pushed in, everything. The bag was like touching the wall the whole time. Like literally nobody else could go down. And like I couldn't step on the stairs. The stairs were like, I was like tiptoeing all the way up these stairs. It was so bad. And then you get to the top, and it was raining, obviously because it's Ireland.
Yeah.
And I almost fell.
Wow.
So that was kind of scary.
Alright, we're gonna wrap things up. We're
Yeah.
at 50 minutes. I had a couple more, but fuck it.
We can do it next time.
Alright, so we're gonna draw for the little.
oh shit.
So who's gonna draw?
Oh yeah, we were gonna have a third party, but
I mean, I could draw. One of you can give it to me, and I'll draw.
Yeah, let's do it.
that works.
Okay.
Hold up.
Because I have the least amount of people.
I won't be in the video part, but I'm gonna just kind of get an actual video of it. How do you switch this? There's. Bet.
Alright.
You shaking it up? Put it in there. What we got?
Tuna!
Dang it!
Tuna!
Dang it.
Tuna. Oh boy. Okay, so how are we doing the punishment? How are we selecting the punishment?
Do we have a number generator? We don't have a number generator. Oh, we're gonna have to do this.
Manually. Emmanuel.
Don't number them on that paper.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so here.
Okay.
Validate this. Validate
Okay,
this
so
for me.
no. What you should do?
No, I got it. You can-
Okay. Wait. Are you just okay? So
Don't
the
number
order.
them on that paper.
They,
I'm not-
wait, on the order, so you're gonna just like, okay, so just put a random number, but like that in the spots.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna bring this around. So
Alright, pick a number.
Insta.
You got them all down?
Smallest handwriting.
And then, what's they coordinate to?
Huh?
Show them what.
Okay, so each like number is gonna coordinate to the one next to
Take
it.
this.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna write
Alright.
Cheated.
So,
Should have cheated.
so alright, pick a number between 1 through
Look at
5.
sport.
Oh my gosh.
1 through 5.
1 through 5.
I'm gonna go with. Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Oh no, dude! Four.
Yes!
Oh
Yes!
no! Is it? Which one is it?
You got the street
The
sign.
main-
Oh my goodness!
Alright, guys, be looking out on Instagram and Twitter Because this man right there at Tuna will be, in the near future, on the main street of Claremore with a sign, a giant sign, with something embarrassing on it. Did we decide? He gets to choose what he wears. We're not picking what he wears. Mm-hmm. But he's got to be out there for an hour. And we'll probably, Instagram Live it?
Yeah, it's going to be at whenever everybody's getting off work, whenever Claremore is
the we're doing 5 o'clock? 5:30?
4:35, something like that.
4:30 or 5 o'clock. So, be looking for that. We'll keep you updated on kind of how that's going to happen, when it's going to happen. But we're excited for this, guys.
All right, plug the social medias.
All right, before we get off, Instagram, The Premier Podcast. Mm-hmm. YouTube, The Premier Podcast. That is uber important, guys. YouTube, check out our videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Please. We need to push that a lot. Twitter, that's where we do a lot of our updates before the podcast comes up. When we post hey, we're doing it tonight, and stuff like that. And the more people we follow, the more active we'll be on it because we'll know people are going to see it. Right now, we're doing a lot of just our personal social medias, but we want to get the actual podcast one, so we should check that out. Twitter's The Premier Cast.
Yep.
Everything else is The Premier Podcast. But be sure to check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Yes, that's important.
All right. This is Wick saying keep them BLs tight.
This is Tuna's #ballin'.
J Mac, watch out for the Bush Wookies.